What's up, everybody? Hi, how's it going? Today we're here with the coach reveal party for the end of season 4. This has been a season. It's not been as active as previous seasons. Last season, you fucking weirdos. This season was more Johning based, but alas, we are here now. I'm in a call right now. I'm going to unmute real quick or undeafen, and we'll start chatting with everybody. Hope you enjoy. Like the video if you do. Comment down below who's your favorite coach. You're all gonna comment yourselves, waiting for it, and sub for next season's shit. I don't know if there is a next season.
Uh,
We were just testing people out, right?
totally. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody is watching, so we will now begin.
Everybody
Let's
dancing.
go.
So, as we always start in reverse order. So, 12th place, we're gonna start with our genre of the season.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about Steven's season. Uh, Not a terrible team. Worked for the first half of the season, going 5-1, and then proceeded to pick up 5 more losses, and would have still made playoffs. So you already know a team that was probably looking pretty good for a top 2 spot out right away here. Great season.
Gotta love it.
Just want to make sure my mouse isn't on the screen. Okay. So guesses. We had 1 for Jed, 2 for Jay, 1 for Hamu, Marker, Dom, Necro, and Magic.
Those are all fair guesses except
Wow.
for the magic one.
Yeah, that's
No,
definitely not me.
that one was just submitted because he said he was Steven. No.
Actually, the Jed one isn't a good one either, I don't think. But
No.
I think the rest are all fair guesses as well. I think the Jed and Magic were kind of throwaways there.
the rest of them are known genres, so.
I think the J one actually could make sense since he got busy in the latter half when this season took place, I think.
Okay.
You
That
think?
makes sense.
So let's do their final words real quick. So I'm a legit dumbass and figured out what I was doing wrong. I was using the calc and never added toxic plate, Lamau. Still, most of us need to retire from draft now because we suck ass. I mean it. We can suck ass now. If I can not play for 4 or 5 months, then show up and barely pay attention and still go 5-1 or whatever, then all you need to hang it up. Peace, losers. I still love most of you. And with that being said, it makes it a little obvious who it may be, being they weren't playing for a while and then showed up. Steven was Jay.
Yep. Yeah, that makes perfect sense actually when you logic it out like that.
PJ.
He got really busy involving work and school, everything like that, so he made the decision to drop.
Yeah, that's fair. He's taking a couple weeks off of Discord entirely right now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna put his account on lockdown or whatever.
Yep.
That being said, as well to continue off of, because he put he had a clue, was it? Yeah, a clue against him. His clue was to look for Steven. You may want to look at the eyes, not Steven's eyes, but maybe his Metagross that got sick with the red eyes. The color red, easier to tie in.
Oh, because he's always on Do Not Disturb?
No,
because of Rachel, I assume.
yes.
Oh, that would make sense too.
That's a pretty difficult one to figure out.
But I also made it more difficult because of the drop and people knowing he was busy. Figured that part was a little bit easier on him. The other two made a bit more sense. Okay. So with that, that's the genre out of the way. Sorry, Jay, if you're watching this, but genre. We'll go into our technically last place team, and that goes to Lance. Not a terrible draft with some big heavy hitters such as Mega Gengar, Genesect, but just didn't perform in the long run. And as Lance would say, got hacked out a lot.
Sure.
Going to guesses, we had 1 for Tiff, 2 for Magic, 4 for Demons, and 1 for Marker.
Those are all fair guesses.
Low base teams, apparently, everyone assumes. And their final words: rather unfortunate season for me. A large amount of my games, I lost the games due to contingencies of the game. Admittedly, I did not play as well as I wanted to, but after the unprecedented amount of luck that was involved in the games, it was tough to find motivation to continue playing at the top of my game. Lastly, I would like to say, fuck you, Ian, and Kaitlyn, GOAT.
Fuck you too. Because I told the coaches to stop being so nice to each other.
Oh my god.
And Lance
I
was
think
like,
it would be
"Fuck you, Ian."
hysterical if Ian and Kaitlyn are the same.
Ooh,
That would be
that would be
quite funny.
hysterical.
That would be
That'd
quite
be
funny.
funny.
But now, Ian, you may say fuck you to the correct person, as Lance was demons.
Fuck you, Dean.
Oh god. Mega Gengar just kept getting walled and walled and walled. I couldn't do anything. And then the hacks just made it 10 times harder, so. But yeah,
Unfortunate.
I also kind of fucked up with a lot of the way I was typing. Because I also fucked up when I was picking. Oh god. I
Alrighty.
cannot escape my own, what's it called? Vocabulary.
Hmm.
Is Marker in the call? What is he doing?
He's being Marker. Let's be real here.
No, he's not.
Alrighty.
Commenting on it doesn't even.
He just said Rip Bozo.
He said Rip Bozo, and I'm like, oh, holy shit. That a nickname for demons or something?
I have no
Apparently
clue.
not. He's just randomly saying stuff.
Okay.
Good
10th
on
place.
Marker.
Going into Phoebe. Now, Phoebe had probably a rough season. Had a really strong hitter in Mewtwo that just decided to get sacked against Mons it shouldn't have.
Literally everything.
Other than that, not much else to comment. 3 and 8 minus 18, but probably should have been 2 and 9 if they brought memes week 11. Calling you out. Guesses, we had 1 for Demons, Tiff had 5, Mortal 1, and Carrie 1. Now,
Yeah.
whoever guessed Mortal, he's not even in the server. So,
My bad.
You said you didn't even submit. So,
I didn't submit any, yeah.
and the final words might make it a bit obvious. Honestly, don't really know what to say. Season's been shit, but hey, at least we didn't have sickos at Nacho in my DMs this time around. That's at least a bonus. Calling out Nacho might make it a bit obvious, as it was Tiff.
Any comments, Tiff? Internet machine died.
Internet machine
Internet
died.
machine is dying. Yes.
Just dead silence. It's like, hello?
Well, you started you started like going slow and breaking up right as you started Phoebe. I was like, okay, this is perfect.
Nice. Nice.
It's like the perfect shot of her profile picture. Just disappointed.
Meh.
This disappointment.
It was a season.
Yeah, it's really dying. I wonder.
But you didn't have Nacho. Because I don't think he cared, except for at the start of the season. I think he only ended up DMing like 2 people total. And one of those was Blue.
And me too.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Let me double check.
I'm gonna see if me leaving and coming back helps.
Okay.
This is actually
Okay.
We'll give you a second.
unbearable.
I guess in the meantime, I can check my DMs at the Nacho.
Yep.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, Nacho asked if I sucked dick.
What did you tell him?
Wow, that's very
Perhaps.
forward. That's very forward.
I can just screenshot it and post it.
I can't show it on screen.
I'm better now.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, we're just talking about Nacho's DMs this season. Because he told Blue to smell my dick. And apparently he told Lance to suck my dick.
Oh.
Oh, he asked if I did.
Nacho, you suck dick? Question mark. Lance, perhaps. Nacho, bro, that's gay. Lance, for the right expense, I would do it. Nacho, doesn't even make sense. It's my expense and your compensation. Lance, absolute buffoon. Nacho, you really are, but be kinder to yourself, champ. Interesting. Sounds about right for Nacho.
True,
Yeah.
expense isn't the right
Yeah.
word there.
Yeah, I know. I realized that after, and that's why I just said it. He's an idiot. I wanted to be like a snooty asshole this season, but then I just lost motivation because of all the games, man.
I can
Yeah, that happens.
understand that. It's funny because my first win. So my first win this season was a old team. So I used an old team
Incredible.
against my first win. It's great.
Nice. Alrighty. Moving on
Very
to our next coach will be Blue. None other than Blue. Who texted me? I'm just going to ignore it. It's fine. Blue. So he started off pretty strong, 3-0, then proceeded to shit the bed and go 4-7. Sounds about right with no Uber on the team. Urshifu was considered his Uber, but that's not really an Uber choice. So kind of a letdown on that aspect there. As for guesses, fuck you, whoever did that. One for Shade, one for Demons, two for Russ, one for Jake, one for Marker, and one for Hamu. So
Wow.
not as even of guesses as other seasons have had or other players have had. And we'll go into the final words, which is my favorite final words of this season.
Hey, I'm out.
They sent me this and I lost it.
I'm taking notes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, yeah, that's really good. That's great.
Easily my favorite of the season.
No questions asked. Yeah.
But
Oh.
out of these 6 coach guesses, one of them is correct. And we know it's not Demons, obviously, so that leaves 1 of 5. Blue was Jake.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Holy shit,
who
Jake
is
came
Jake?
back?
Yeah, I know. I was shocked when Jake
Oh,
came
that's a
back.
fucking shocker. Holy shit, that's actually the biggest shocker of the whole thing.
So where did Jake even come from? I don't know
He
them.
comes from Shiny Hunting Comp.
Okay.
Wow, good for Jake hiding his identity so well.
I just want to call it chat. I can hear the YouTube. Mike said he reacted to one of the coach messages, so I figured people knew he was around. Fair enough. Oh, I will actually just quickly go through what people have gotten correct so far. So let's see here. Ian and Tiff got J right.
A.
Johan, Mike, Tiff, and Demons got Demons right.
I would be shocked if Demons didn't get himself right.
True.
so.
Good.
Yes.
Ian, Mike, Jed, Tiff, and Gareth got Tiff right.
Yep.
Mike got Jake right. Which I just realized I messed up on one of the panels later on a person's score. And that's all that's been revealed so far.
Okay. I'll probably just write. Nah, it doesn't matter.
So currently, Blue has the least guesses correct. Moving on to our next coach, we had Wallace, who started off a pretty good season of being in the mid-range for playoffs and then fell off at the end of the season. Some notable being Eternatus having about the same season as last season. Not too stellar of a performance, but still being a prep monster, if that's the correct way to say it. Other than
Not on
that,
paper, but not in practice.
yeah. Other than that, I know that this team was famous for sniping about 3 people this draft. So has that going for him.
Really?
Guesses. Yeah, there's about 3 snipes on him, as far as I was told.
Damn.
Guesses, we had 3 for Jed, 3 for Brian, 1 for Jay, and 1 for Johan. And the final words would be, though the season certainly didn't fit me as a champion, I enjoyed the humbling competition. Thank you for a great season. And with that, the coach or the player that was going around Wallace was Brian.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
So 3 people had that one correct. Those 3 being Brian himself, Ian, and Mike.
Okay.
Mike and I neck and neck, I think.
Crazy. Yes, about that right now. Okay, so we'll move on to our final non-playoff team, and it's our favorite crackhead, Kaitlyn.
Oh, this will be good.
I say
boy.
favorite because we all know Maxie was our least favorite. And Kaitlyn, yeah, we saw how she was. She was off her meds a lot of the time.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it was a fun one watching her.
Oh.
As for team, Kieran White, their Uber, kind of a pretty balanced team. Glastrier being a weird choice for a drop mid-season, but maybe they can explain later. As for guesses, we had a more diverse pool here. 2 for Gareth, 1 for Tiff, 1 for Magic, 1 for Jake, 1 for Nacho, and 2 for Russ. We know that Tiff's not right. We know that Jake's not right. So any other 4 could be right, or just nobody got it. Their final words this season. It was a wonderful time participating in this league with all these unique individuals. We fought, we cried, we loved. I found out everybody here was a bunch of little bitches, though, except Lance. Lance was cool.
Let's go.
So 1 by 1, we'll eliminate the people with 2 votes are not correct. So Gareth and Russ are not correct. Nacho would not compete because he's banned, and that leaves one option. It was Magic.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
of course.
All right, so I might as well explain that one trait real quick.
It's magic.
I didn't
Nice
actually
thing.
know the. I
If you're,
didn't
like,
know the horses' names.
behind.
I thought that was the ghost one.
Oh my
no.
God.
Oh my
Oh,
god, magic.
Yeah. I mean,
Why would it be tier 2?
Glastrier, Gastrier.
Glastrier.
You know, it sounds like a ghost name.
Yeah, no, yeah, Glastrier sounds much more like
It
a ghost
ended
than
up-
Spectre.
Imagine not just looking it up. What the fuck?
Imagine looking
Right?
things up.
Easy Google search.
You can actually just type it in on Showdown, and you're like, oh, this is the ice one. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, maybe he was
Anyways,
too
this
busy with the
season was
gotcha.
this season was very interesting for me because it's the first time I've ever done hyper offense. Yeah, honestly, Zoroark, Glastrier, and Bastiodon saved the team. Those 3, nothing else.
Really? You're really just shitting on your fucking Espeon. That carried you through some games.
True.
Wow. And you're a Lecky, even though you blew it up every fucking time.
Literally clicked explosion like every time it came.
Everybody brought a ground type. There was not much I could really do because I couldn't swap around.
Well, no
them.
shit! It's an Alecki! As for the guesses, Mike got that one correct. Nobody else. But I do want to call out Demon's post of Russ, nice memes, fuckface.
Yeah. I
Like-
honestly was convinced it was Russ because who else would play 2 games?
Fair. I do want to say as well, Demons for Blue said who? Question mark.
Oh wait.
Who?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, literally all he answered, but there's one more that was quite funny, and that is, ironically, our next coach. The first person to lose out in playoffs, Iris. Iris barely snuck into playoffs with the last seed, which would have been taken by Jay, had Jay not dropped, unfortunately. As for the team, pretty balanced team. Kind of looks like a me team. Maybe that's what it is. Eyes? What?
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 Keep
Anyways.
going.
I feel like there's something I'm missing here.
Just laughing at Jed's reaction to that was funny.
Okay. Anyways, guesses. 1 for Russ, 1 for Marker, 2 for Magic, 2 for Jed, and 1 for Demons. And as for the final words, well, that was a season. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It just was. Sounds about par for the course for me. Somehow lucked my way into playoffs to lose in the first round. Pretty standard overall. That's right. It was me. But honestly, is anyone really surprised? I didn't really try and hide it. Already went over the guesses. Well, 2 of you got the point because Iris was Jed.
Oh my god, that profile picture.
Says current profile picture. It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is a
What
great
is
profile
that?
picture. Oh,
Walked
God.
to me holding a gun.
Yeah.
My God.
Who
love
got
it.
the Jed guess right?
Mike and Jed. And
Right, Mike.
I do want to call out Demon's words here as well, which was just casually "fuck you."
Wow, that's
Oh, what
rude.
was it?
What did I ever do to you, demons?
I thought I said fuck you to Blue.
It may have been the other way around. It was one of them said who, and the other one said "fuck you."
Yeah.
Oh, God. But yeah, I mean, I didn't have a great season, but I had a few good games, but otherwise, I choked a lot. Pretty standard.
Very standard.
I want to see. You vented at me at one point. I want to see if I can find that.
At least you didn't bring water pulse Arceus water.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
god. Honestly, might as well have.
I mean, you did DM me saying that when Rapidash got sniped, that it fucked over your whole draft.
Rapidash? No.
Rapidash?
I know he was memeing.
I'm
Fire
so
type?
glad you didn't take Rapidash.
I mean, I can't speed pass, so I wouldn't have been able to use that to beat you, but
Unlucky.
Oh.
Okay, and the last of our quarterfinalists that lost, we get into our genre vibes for Cynthia. Cynthia tried to take
Big genre vibes.
big genre vibes, literally the worst this season. If you're watching
very
this,
John. Much.
fucking genre. Pretty good team, and would have most likely made semis had they not brought the wrong fucking Mon in quarterfinals. They brought Gothita instead of Gotharita, for those who don't know, and that lost them the game automatically, and they still lost 1-0. But that we'll get into that a bit more here. As for guesses, we had Marker 1, Hamu 5, Nacho 1, and Aaron 12 1, who's not
Was
even in the
Aaron
server.
even in? Yeah, I
Nope.
was gonna ask.
God, if this was actually Hamu.
Now, you may notice that the guesses are off on the left because there was a lot for this
Oh,
one.
is there a paragraph?
Oh,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
I'm glad I was a part of this season of ABDL, mostly because it was a massive improvement from the last one. I had a good time altogether. I apologize for everyone who had trouble scheduling me. I had a lot going on, except Steven. Jesus Christ, even I couldn't be that cunty if I tried. I've never in my life hoped someone gets run over by a bus than you when I talk to you in scheduling. Pretentious, hypocritical head ass. I hope you are in character and you're not like that normally. I absolutely deserve that FF win, so basically, get fucked. Also, shout out to my quarterfinal opponent against whom I had to devolve one of my LC Pokemon to lose. You're a special case. I had zero time for anything during the time playoffs were supposed to happen, so I thought it would be easier and more fun for everyone to not have to accommodate my lack of time to battle. I'm glad my decision of guaranteeing at least an FF loss because of an illegal team member paid off. And then we see a screenshot. And to finish it off, like, imagine this game ended 1-0. Apart from those two, y'all were a joy to share a season with. And Trapinch is a fucking threat. Holy.
That's overvaluing Trapinch
That's
greatly.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
reeks Hamu.
And with
Doesn't
that,
it?
this sounds like something a certain person would comment on.
Yeah.
5 people had it correct. It was Hamu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only one that forced me to schedule so that it was the middle of the fucking night for me.
Yeah, that happened. Was not a friend to really anyone in scheduling, but this.
No.
But the Steven Cynthia one was quite funny. I think I have screenshots of those somewhere.
I remember I tried scheduling with him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm free all day Wednesday." I'm like, "Okay, I'll see if I can." I literally messaged him like every couple hours and never got back to me until that night when I went to bed. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that was a fun time. I actually don't have screenshots of their chat. I have screenshots of Lorelai's chat for the quarterfinals.
Is there a slide for that or no?
No, there's
Damn.
not. I will go over those at the end because I don't want to. It may just reveal somebody. But yeah, that was our quarterfinalists. We are down to 4 coaches left: Alder, Diantha, Kukui, and Lorelai. We'll get into our 4th place team here, which was Diantha. Diantha started off pretty rough this season, not getting very many wins early on, but then pulled back this season, going 8-3 on the back of a Vileplume. Somehow making
Vileplume.
a Mon named Vileplume, somehow winning games, even though it was taunt bait a lot of the time. As for guesses, we had 4 for Ian, 3 for Johan, and 1 for Mike. Oh, I never went over who got it right for Hamu. Ian, Mike, Jed, Tiff, and Demons. Gareth being the one to guess Aaron 12. Brian.
I don't know, man. I was just like, I'll just throw a name out there. I didn't.
I mean, Jonna, Aaron, good guess.
Yeah.
But
I
he's
mean,
not on the server.
But
I didn't look who was in the server at all. To be fair, when I did this, I was just throwing out names that I knew of.
I mean, but also fair guesses and Marker and Nacho as well being their genres as well.
True.
Yeah.
And as for final words, short and simple, to the point. Thanks for the good season and happy Thanksgiving.
Huh?
All right, Canada.
Wait.
I was about to say Canadians.
I will leave that for a second here. I will go back to what Hamu's Hamu and Magic's clues were because I forgot. Hamu's clue was revolving around I've been a genre this season. Maybe there's a reason. Bad time zone.
Mhm.
And Magic's guess was this isn't my first time around in this season. Magic's been in every season. And as for Diantha, thanks for the good season. Happy Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving may have been a pretty good bait. If he didn't reveal himself multiple times throughout the season, it was Johan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did he?
Yeah,
He did.
there was one
He
time
popped in.
specifically where he was in spectating an NCL game as Dianthus Diamond, and then changed his name mid-game to his
Yeah.
normal account.
Oh god.
Nice.
And it shows that in the chat.
Yeah. Another time he the way Mike figured it out was he joined with the wrong avatar, which was one that specifically Johan mainly uses.
Yeah, we noticed that in one of the watch parties as well.
Jimmy, you're doing great.
Really good job,
Nice
Johan.
work, Johan.
Gen 5 veteran. Alrighty. And with that, we'll move on to our third place team. Both of our top two seeds being taken out in the semis, equal to season 1, that happening. And that goes to Alder. Alder being the dominant player throughout the entire season, going 9-2, should have been 10-1, but we'll not talk about the meme game that wasn't memes. And then losing in semis to Lorelei, based on a bit of a flinch luck. Pretty solid team all around, but we'll go into the guesses. 3 for Mike, 1 for Jed, 2 for Amish, and 2 for Brian. Make sure it's pulled up on my screen who guessed who. Okay, there we go. For Johan, Ian, Johan, Mike got it right. So we'll go into the final words of Alder. Greetings, everyone. Wow, what a ride. The games were a bit of a mess this season, and yet I somehow managed to finish first seed in the end. Honestly, did not expect to do this well. It came with a cost, though. The average time that I played my games at was around 2 a.m. my time. So that was fun. All that just to conceal my otherwise glaring identity a little bit. Was it worth it? Well, it comes down to how many people managed to guess me, I suppose. Regardless, I had fun, both in terms of my team and getting to be a contributor in the mystery this time. This was my first outing in the league, actually. Well, on this side anyways. P.S. Fuck rematches. You're not really at fault, Lorelei, but I hope your glasses become slightly too foggy forever.
Oh my god.
The words kind of revealed it in terms of first outing on this side and being a contributor in the mystery. Alder is Mike.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, clap,
Claps.
clap.
Yeah, so fun little story. I actually saw a fuck up on the dock
Yes.
that I had to tell Shade about immediately so he could change it back.
So
That's how I
this
knew that
this
it was
happened.
Alder.
This happened twice. The first one, I accidentally put a team name as a coach's actual name. That was Lorelei. I'm not going to talk about that one just yet. And then I accidentally did it to Mike as well and put Tampier Haxorus.
Nice.
Nice.
So this happened
Yikes.
twice
Yeah,
throughout
I-
the season, and Gareth caught both of them.
Yes, I did.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so if you look through weekly recap and notice there's a couple screenshots missing, that would be why. As for people that got it right, Mike, Gareth, and Brian got it right.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Mike, I wouldn't have known if it was you unless unless the fuck up didn't happen.
I never
Alrighty.
figured it out.
Neither did
And I
all
wasn't
of you.
trying to figure out people. It's just Hamu was easy.
Yeah, Hamu was really easy.
Alrighty, moving into our finalists, and we're going to start with our finalist loser, Kukui. Strong season of 8-13 plus 14, with the Ho-Oh being the kill leader of the season. Contributing, I believe, 24 total kills into it all. Yep, 24. only by the end of playoffs being tied with Palkia from the Seafoam Celio. But that was after playoffs. It was already locked in as the kill leader afterwards. Before the season. As for guesses, we had 1 for Hamu, 3 for Ian, 1 for Gareth, 1 for Brian, 1 for Amish, and 1 for Jed. So the only eligible ones are Ian, Gareth, and Amish. And as for final words, aloha, everyone. Not much to say this time around. Ho-Oh performed admirably, and the rest of the team hopefully stood up to the test of playoffs. If not, oh well, it was all for fun anyways. I love doing the anonymous thing because it takes the pressure off of me either way. Hope you all had fun as well, despite the sheer amount of Johning you were all doing this season. Was a really good call out in the long run for the Johning. Good call out, Ian.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one, honestly. I think I said Ian.
The people that got it right were Ian, Johan, and Jed.
Fun fact, since I'd already known who Johan was in our regular season match, I specifically picked a time that would piss him off.
As he's saying, making me play at 4 a.m.
And then he blew up at me. He got really mad.
I can only play at this time.
Yeah, so in the semis, they talked about the match. The first time around, they were screaming at each other.
Yeah. I didn't do it on purpose to you, Mike. But yeah, Johan got really mad and he revealed himself again, even though I already knew who
so
it was.
while they were yelling at each other, Johan proceeded to start talking about his identity, and I had to mute the chat, like mute them from the chat, being like, okay, enough said.
Yeah. But that was a very hacksy semis match that could have really gone either way depending on where that hacks went, but I think it was still a good game either way.
Alrighty, and all we have left is our champion, Lorelei, being the 5th seed and a alright team in the long run, but being very not as good in the start of the season, not having a very good start. We'll go into guesses. We had 2 for Gareth, 2 for Nacho, 1 for Ian, 1 for Jed, and 2 for Dom. I realized I put Nacho twice. Gotta love that. And as for final words, oh, hi there. So we had a few red-headed lovers in the server, I see. Where's Jay? Where's Nacho? Lorelei too thick. I know. Just wish she had an actual sprite to use on Showdown Re. It was a fun season. Loved getting to finally use Palkia top 3 in kills and Metagross. Didn't love most of my team, though. Totally undeserved playoffs. I just wanted to have fun, and for the most part I did. I just hope I wasn't too obvious. Well, well, in the long run, it may have just been a match made in heaven, because let's just say this was the opposite of our Season 2 playoffs. Congrats, Gareth.
Hey,
Let's go, Gareth.
Hey.
We had our Season 2 rematch in finals, and it was the opposite of what happened in Season 2.
Yep, pretty excellent matchup there.
Who
Dude,
guessed Gareth?
Palkia just shredded your team, man. Like there was not a lot that could switch into it.
Really just needed you to miss.
Honestly, yeah.
It's really a huge feels bad when you're switching to Palkia's Rotom.
Just didn't
Technically, I
exist on
think
the
it was
team.
Prim, but like,
Oh, I don't have Prim.
That was your semis.
That was Mike.
oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm confusing things.
Okay. As for who guessed right, it was Gareth, and the only other person to get it right was Demons.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go, Demons.
Nice.
Good
Who
job.
guessed Demons?
Alrighty. So moving into it will show our score, everyone's scores. Brian got 2 out of 12. Ian 6 out of 12. Johan 3 out of 12. Mike got 9 out of 12. I misput it. He did not get Steven right. Jed got 4 out of 12. Tiff with 4 out of 12. Gareth got 3, and Demons got 3.
I'm pretty lucky that I guessed myself there.
I'll pick second.
Mike ended up putting Ian and Gareth as the opposite, so he had Kukui as Gareth and Lorelei as Ian.
Wow, my
Sit-
regular
Damn.
season's that bad, huh? Jeez.
I will quickly go to Mike's front office for his chat, because the reasoning behind him putting you as Lorelei, simply because of Kekleon and Thiebel, because you were riding Thiebel for a while. You called out
My
Lorelei's
God.
trades as soon as they happen, and your keyboard error where you a couple times you'll double tap a letter.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
And-
not That's not me double tapping a letter. That's just my keyboard having like something
Yeah.
stuck underneath it.
Yeah,
It's an old keyboard.
yeah. But either way, Lorelai did it a couple times as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
So
Gareth.
really, like
Throwing them off the scent.
so with that, Mike takes our
Excellent.
crown yet again.
Excellent.
I will say Mike had a chat in his front office just dedicated to coach guessing, and every week after his match, he would have like full stats on everything.
Really?
oh my
Yeah.
God.
I just want to say this. He decided to go back through some old season teams. I'm actually just gonna quickly go back
My God,
to
Mike.
a certain team. Where is it? It is right here. He was looking through old teams, and then he caught a whiff of something. It was like, wait, there's no way this could be a thing. Season 4, let's look at Eternatus, Donphan, Florges, and Kamala. And let's just go to Brian's Season 3 team of Naganadel, Donphan, Florges, and Kamala.
Yeah, I really like Kamala. I really like Donphan, and I'm not gonna pass up a chance to get them.
Oh my God.
Well, you
Honest,
should have passed it up.
that's
You
also-
you brought Kamala to one
Yeah.
game.
That's also
I
how I
know,
guessed. That's also
It
how I guessed
normally
Florges.
comes to so many more games. It just didn't work out this time.
But at the same time, it's 4 seasons in a row now. He's guessed Kamala, or he's gotten Kamala.
That's impressive detective work.
I know. That's crazy.
Even more so, Brian, when drafting, DM'd me his picks, and he's like, fuck it. Season 4, let's go. 4 seasons of Kamala. Not in those
Except
exact
for
words.
I did not say
Yeah.
that word.
No, I know.
That is
I know you
blasphemy.
didn't. I was saying, I was getting that, saying he didn't use that exact wording. But you did say, let's do it again. Another
Yeah, I did.
season of Kamala. Okay, let's spam through this and get back to our last page. And with that, we'll go to our awards real quick. Who had the least amount of votes against them? It was a 4-way tie this season with 1 vote against everyone, so nobody went fully clean through. Magic, Jake, Gareth, and Jed all received only 1 vote against them, not counting themselves. If we were
Crazy.
including themselves, it would have been Magic and Jake, but I'm not going to be like that. And be like, oh, well, you technically got 1. And our coach of the season, I had everyone vote if they guessed as to who to vote. By a vote of 5 to 2 to 1, Mike was our winner of coach of the season.
Yay.
Hey,
Yeah,
let's go, Mike.
deserved. Well deserved.
Ian coming in second with 2 votes for Kukui, and with 1 very salty vote, Lance getting 3rd place.
What?
Voting for himself.
My God.
Hack's so fucking hard.
That's so
His,
funny.
his exact
In
words.
4 games where I wasn't playing. I was.
You're great, demons. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
His exact words. Putting myself, don't care, coach of the season, for putting up with all the games where I lost him on from luck.
All right.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I want to just check one more thing. Okay, no, that was right. Yeah, other than that, that is the end of our coach reveals for this season. Thank you for watching on YouTube. This will be up soon-ish, tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm not going to leave any kind of teaser saying Season 5, because I don't even know if I want to put up with you, Johners, again. This was a rough season for Johners. It was kind of disgusting.
True.
Hamu.
Yeah.
Being easily the worst out of them all. Sorry, Hamu, but you were.
Oh, hey, Jay.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, let me just go back for you, Jay, real quick, as to show you what he said to you. Preferably, he said, I had a lot of trouble scheduling with people, except Steven. Jesus Christ, even I couldn't be that cunty if I tried. I've never in my life hoped someone gets run over by a bus than you. Pretentious, hypocritical head ass. To sum up what he said to you.
Gracious.
Yeah, so just to sum that all up. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Adios.